Hello, and welcome back to building every single 5 Nights at Freddy's map in Minecraft. In my last video, I had built and toured the start of 5 Nights at Freddy's Help Wanted by building the main hub as well as the VR version of FNAF 1. So today I will be continuing that, and I will be building the VR versions of FNAF 2 and 3. They're both pretty empty, more or less, so I could probably fit them both into one video. So, as you can see here, I have the layouts for FNAF 2 and FNAF 3 right over here. Much like this, the FNAF 1, they are similar to the original games, the maps they did for those, but they are ever so slightly different. And I'll point out the more major differences when I actually build them, because, you know, a wall there that's not there normally. And this one's actually pretty much like almost the exact same. It's FNAF 3. Nobody even cares about it. So I think this will be a lot of fun, more or less. So let's go and do that now. And we are done with that. Notice I'm starting off in the hub again, I want to point out a couple things before I go ahead and show off the rest of it. I have added in most of there's a couple places that's missing, custom player heads. I did not make any of these. I will link the website that I got them from and a couple extra skins that I found. I'll link where I got those from in the description, because I'm not going to steal credit for these. They're very cool, though. I wish I could get them onto every shelf, but I can't because those aren't full blocks. But, you know, they had a lot of life in there. I think they're really cool. This one's my favorite, for no specific reason. As well as, I said I wouldn't do this in the last one, but I did add the day-night thing, the day-night cycle, in to only the hub. I didn't add it to any of the other areas, just this one area. Just because, you know, I felt like it would help. With that being said, I think we can move into... Oh man, I'm real far back. Alright. Gonna show off more of this though, this is real cool. Ooh, what's gonna come next? Sometimes it doesn't always work. Oh my god. Pizza Party's gonna be the one I'm looking most forward to. Pizza Party. Let's go into FNAF 2. Oh my god, we're there. Oh my god. And right away we can see the custom heads right in action. I love FNAF 2. I love both the original version and I love the VR version. It's the best Scott made game because it's actually good, which is saying a lot for FNAF. This office is a lot longer than it is wide, unlike the original one that I did. I still have all the lights working, which is cool. And, you know, some heads. Got the Freddy mask, got a fan, some TVs here, and some lockers. This one doesn't have separations in it because I couldn't do that, sadly. But for the rest of this, you know, it's dark. I won't do day-night in here. So, nice and bright now. Oh yeah, this is a minor difference, but it's a difference that I like, and that is instead of being green and blue stripes or checkers, the FNAF VR version is green and a darker green. Just a small change that I do quite like. Set them apart from the other one. All the party rooms are more or less the same, maybe a little bit more bland. Although I added this rust stuff here, which I think is, you know, it doesn't look good, but rust normally doesn't. So this one we got no wet floor sign. I didn't see it in the original. I didn't see it in the game. It might actually be there, and I'm just insane. The Paper Pals room. It's just a room with balloons. And speaking of rooms with balloons, Jesus, a lot of balloons in this one. Oh yeah, also cameras. Ooh. This looks like it shouldn't be right, having like an off-center door. But if you check out of balance for FNAF VR, this is actually how it looks. It is slightly off-centered, which is kind of annoying, but I can live with it. Got the parts and service room. It's more of that rust to, you know, make it look rusty. It's not the best looking, I'll admit. Some pipes going to the walls and some like mechanical stuff. There's like boxes of junk. I'm not gonna remember that. The biggest difference from this room is that from where the cameras are placed, it would seem like this wall would actually be going this direction. So all this stuff would be right when you walk in, which you can see on the original one that I did. Bathrooms are a bathroom. No one cares. No one cares. I did get the paper pal. No, the star thing. It's in the hallway. It's so cool. And here is what I think is the biggest difference from the other one. Having the stage sectioned off to its own little area, as well as I believe this entire room is like rotated 90 degrees from the other one that I did. In the original one, there's no real way of actually knowing where things are placed, but according to where the cameras are, the prize counter would be in that corner, and this would be in this corner instead of farther that way. But according to balance, this is where everything is placed for the VR version. Just fine. I think it sets it apart, makes it different. Love the heads. They're very cool. The carousel's a bit different than the one that I did. It's kind of ugly, but it's the best one I could get, debatably. And here is the mango room, some wires and balloons and some presents. Those are in the other room too, scattered around, and some of the pizza things, whatever. But for the most part, it's a rather empty building. I'll admit. The VR ones are actually, they go a lot faster than I feel like I remember them being. I feel like they're just very cool, and I love the heads so much. If that wasn't clear, I think they're very cool. And you press this button to go back. Ooh, gross, very bright. Hurts my eyes. Press the button to go to FNAF 3. And now we're in here. Actually, I'm gonna grab some milk so you can see what this looks like without it. It's just kind of brightened a little bit. Got the box of parts. I forgot they did that. That's the one that takes you back. Got the fan, the monitors, like a couple monitors, pile of boxes right next to the vent system, which I forgot to point out in the FNAF 2, but the vents are there. Vending machine, Bonnie, and a Freddy. Obviously, there's nothing outside of these doors. I might add something. Ooh, I won't. Hanging lights. I do like these lights. I love chains. This is something I noticed. I'm not 100% sure on this, but I do believe this is correct. The original FNAF 3 had a Bonnie at the end of the hall. However, it seems like the VR version has a Freddy light. So I went with Freddy there. If I'm incorrect, I'll fix that. But that's how it is right now. These little weird rooms separate the halls. Foxy up here. Ooh, it is. Love those so much. But for the most part, it's like almost the exact same. One quick thing I want to point out is this block isn't the best for the FNAF 3 walls. I tried whatever I could. I think in the time-lapse you should see like endstone and copper, and I don't feel like either of those were the best in color. They were pretty good in texture, but it's kind of like a grody yellow, and copper just kind of looked oof for it. So I went with light gray terracotta. It's not the best, but it's not the worst. There's a lot worse options I could have gone with. Here's the arcade machines. Very cool. Ooh, event. Ooh. There's Chica's head right there, as well as some more presents. And the last hall right here. Nothing down there either. You can actually look out. Ooh, what's that? Ooh, crazy. And I quickly go through the vent. It's very dark in here, though, because it is a vent. So, obviously, it would not be the most well lit, would it? But I think, despite it being almost the exact same map as the original one, I do like this as much as I can like FNAF 3, which is honestly not that much. So let's go back to the hub. I don't want to look at it anymore. And that's what's been going on. I said the day-night cycle. I'll show that off. Time set midnight. Whoa, yeah, whatever. There it is. Don't know why that took so long. thank you so much for watching this video. I had a lot of fun building FNAF 2, and I also built FNAF 3. Can't wait to work on the next stuff. They're all like really, really small, so I can probably fit like a bunch of stuff into one thing. We'll see how that one goes, especially because these are really short, just for like large areas, so pretty big. But you know, can't wait to continue working, and I will see you in the next one. Goodbye.